Disclaimer, all of the equipment by Simforge in this video was sent to me by Simforge for testing and review. However, this has no effect on my opinion or what I say in this review. I do not receive money from Simforge, nor does Simforge have any influence on what is shown or discussed in this video. My opinions, thoughts and findings are my own. With that out of the way, enjoy the video. Ah, India. A beautiful country filled with colour, culture, exotic wildlife, wacky architecture, and the tuk-tuk. So if a sim racing company out of India decided to make a sim racing product, you know exactly what kind of product it would be. Yeah, well it isn't. As you've probably guessed, from India, a new sim racing company called Simforge has entered the market with these. The Simforge Mark I pedal set. Stop! There's just too many products on the market now, it's getting overfilled. We've got too many pedal choices these days, we don't need any more. It seems that we have a problem before we've even gotten started. Within today's era of sim racing, it does seem that more and more companies are popping up here and there, dedicated for sim racing. And that's great. More companies, more competition, which means better products for everybody. However, there is a slight risk of oversaturation. And the thing that I've seen quite a bit of is more and more companies popping up with new pedal sets. Granted, some companies are getting more attention than others, and for very good reason. If we look at Fanatec, for example, they've been dominating the news in the sim racing gear department. The thing that I see most companies starting out with is pedal sets, like higher end pedal sets. And if you look online, new pedal sets are everywhere. So it would go without saying that in order to grab people's attention and survive in this very cutthroat business, you've got to bring something brand new to the table and catch everybody's eye. So obviously, we're reviewing the Simforge pedals. So what do they bring to the table? Well, so far, it looks very promising. As standard, you get matte black powder coated pedal plates with multiple screw holes so the pedal plates can be moved and adjusted to whatever you want. The brake pedal is load cell and can withstand 80 kilos of force with 24 bits of resolution. The circuit board that the pedals plug into makes these pedals effectively plug and play. But all of what I'm saying is just your regular bog standard stuff that you would expect from a pedal set of this caliber. The stuff that sets it apart from every other pedal set is in the details. For one, this pedal set is devilishly handsome. The matte black coated pedal plates mixed with the nice glossy red finish of the heel rest makes it very pleasing to the eye. But the look that these pedals give off is a bomb-proof look. And thankfully, these pedals are as strong as they look. I mean, for one, this pedal set weighs 13.5 kilos, which is quite beefy. With the brake pedal, you get a rather large variety of polyurethane elastomers to customize the firmness and feel of the brake pedal. You get 2 hard, 2 soft, and 2 mediums, which is quite generous because this means you can mix and match them. But the absolute crowning achievement of this pedal set is the amount of adjustability that you can have. I have driven $1,000 pedals that have got less adjustability than these. Everything is adjustable on this pedal set. Now, when I say everything is adjustable on these pedals, everything is adjustable. Everything from the resting angle of the pedals to basically the stop of where the pedals. So you can choose how far the pedals depress and where they rest at. You can adjust the height of them, even the back angle of them. It's amazing at how much freedom you get with all of these. Everything is adjustable, even down to the foot resting plate, the big red thing. You can adjust the angle and height of that. It's not just simply a metal bar that goes across the pedals like you'd get on most pedal sets. It's a full-on plate, it's fully adjustable, and you've got so much freedom to just get your feet comfortable that it's just a joy. You can have the brake pedal as solid as a rock if you wanted. You can have it like a Formula 1 car where it is literally like pushing up against a concrete wall, or you can have it as light as a road car. This pedal set is pretty much going toe-to-toe with Huschenfeld and their Sprint model. Yeah, this is a serious piece of equipment. And the good news doesn't stop there. To explain this part, I would like to turn your attention to the clutch and the accelerator. Now normally when it comes to sim racing pedals, I like to have the clutch and the accelerator as stiff as they will go. So it feels like I'm using my feet and my legs more when I'm putting my inputs into the car. And more often than not when it comes to other pedal sets, the clutch and the accelerator don't go as stiff as I would like them to go. They're always a little bit too weak. With this pedal set, however, I am able to get the accelerator and clutch so stiff that I actually have to loosen it off because it's that stiff. With the adjustability on this pedal set, I have been able to dial in the clutch and accelerator to try and match a real life car. And so far with the added extra stiffness, I've been able to do just that. On a side note, if there's anybody watching who is currently doing driving lessons in real life and currently trying to pass their test, I'll say this. The clutch on this pedal set has dialed in my control of a real life car better than anything. And I'm not joking, that's true. At this point in the video, you're probably very tempted by this very handsome pedal set. And who wouldn't be? This pedal set is as solid as a rock, very pleasing to the eye, and gives you, the customer, limitless possibilities on adjusting the pedals to fit how you want the pedals to feel under your feet. You get the sense that Simforge want you to feel like you are a part of the pedals themselves. They want you to feel like this pedal set is as comfortable as wearing your shoe. And this is where we come to our most important part: price. So how much do you reckon this pedal set costs? Now, as I mentioned earlier, this pedal set is something that can potentially keep up with the Huschenfeld Sprints. So you'd expect it to cost around a similar price, considering that this also comes with a pedal plate and footrest. So around 600 euros maybe? Maybe 650. A mounting plate and footrest goes a long way. Maybe it's a little bit cheaper to try and undercut Huschenfeld at around 550 euros. No. This pedal set, with all that's packed into it, is 380 euros. A 220 euro gap. That price is astonishingly low. I have never seen anything that has got so much packed into it be this low a cost. This has to be, quite simply, the bargain of the century when it comes to sim racing equipment. And that's not the only thing. If you wanted to have just the pedals on their own without the footrest plate or the mounting pieces, you're looking at paying 340 euros for these pedals. How Simforge have managed to do this, I honestly couldn't tell you because I simply do not know. However, this review isn't over yet, because these pedals are not perfect. This pedal set has some big flaws. You see, that price doesn't include shipping, and shipping coming from India, oh boy. Depending on where you are in the world, that's going to make a big dent in this price. Me, for example, in the UK, it is an extra 100 euros just to ship it here, and that doesn't even include customs and import tax. However, in Simforge's defense, it is the exact same story from Huschenfeld. That 600 euros turned into 720 euros. So whichever you want to go for, you're going to pay. Sticking with the price, I mentioned before that I received the Dark Edition, the flagship model. Simforge also offer a non-Dark Edition, simply called the Mark I. What is the difference between these two pedal sets? The colour. That's it, literally. And you're paying 25 extra euros for a coat of paint, which is a bit egregious. There's more bad news as well. The calibration software you use to calibrate these pedals is the worst I have ever seen. It is atrocious, to say the least. Thankfully though, Simforge say they are phasing that software out, so the sooner that software is gone, the better. Honestly, a prime example of where Simforge need to take inspiration from when it comes to the software is Moser. The Moser Pithouse software makes it as easy as it can be. It is near perfect. All you do is you move a couple of sliders and then away you go. Simforge make your software as easy and as pleasing as that. I should also clarify that this is the same calibration software that Huschenwelt pedals use. DI View is awful. There is some good news though. While we don't have the software yet, it is currently being developed and I have seen some behind the scenes of it and it looks infinitely better. So this DI View crap that we're using currently, we won't have to deal with that much longer. Moving on to another aspect that I had a bit of a struggle with is the brake pedal. Now this brake pedal has a lot of potential. However, due to its largest asset, that being the adjustability of all the little tweaks and fiddles with it, I had a really tough time getting the brake pedal to be how I want it to be. The first time I tried to set up this brake pedal, I was on for an entire day trying to get it right, and I was still not happy with it at the end of the day. However, with a lot of patience and perseverance, I now have the brake pedal just how I like it. And once it's right, it's fantastic. My criticism is that if you are after a specific kind of feel with the brake pedal, it's going to take some time to get it right. My current setup with the brake pedal is using 4 elastomers instead of 2, and removing the metal stopper. And while we're on the subject of setting up the brake, the spring that comes with the brake is too weak and too short. So even with the softest elastomers, if you depress the brake pedal with the spring, it is very abrupt when you hit the elastomer resistance. Now what I would like to see is more springs being included so you can mix and match the different elastomers with the different strengths of spring. Happily though, the setup I have currently works great for me. Instead of the long metal stopper that is used with the standard setup, I've replaced it with the 2 hardest elastomers. Luckily though, Simforge say that they are working on different elastomers and possibly better springs, so keep an eye out for that. The brake pedal is good, but it's just so difficult to get it right. However, my gripes with the brake don't stop there. The control box, where all of the pedals plug into so then it can be connected to the PC, has a weird quirk to it. If we look to the clutch, one cable plugs into one end and the other goes into the control box. Same on the accelerator, one goes into the accelerator and the other part goes into the control box. The brake, however, already has a cable attached. In order to connect it to the control box, you have to get the individual wires and manually wire them to the control box. And the font that they use for matching up the colors to the wire ports is very difficult to read. That process is ridiculous. All 3 pedals should be plugged in the same way. I shouldn't have to learn how to wire a plug when it comes to putting my brake pedal in. Before I give my recommendation, it is important that I clear up a few things. Since recording some of my pieces, a few things are going to be changing. That wiring the brake pedal into the control box thing, that is going to be removed entirely and is going to be changed so it matches the other pedals. So that is a good step in improving these pedals. The software, as I've already mentioned, is getting updated and completely redeveloped, and I have seen images of the new elastomers and springs that are being developed for these pedals. So the main question is, would I recommend this pedal set? Now, Simforge has stated to me that their target audience is people who are wanting to upgrade from very basic stuff like the Logitech G923. Now, while that is very ambitious, I can actually see where they're coming from, because that price point is perfect for someone who is wanting to upgrade from equipment like that. But not only that, these pedals, I would say, are perfect for experienced sim racers as well, because these pedals easily go toe-to-toe with the Huschenwelt Sprints. And for this level of quality, with that price, it is near as makes no difference unbeatable. I can safely say I could recommend these pedals. Probably not to a beginner, but to somebody who has quite a bit of experience, or to someone who is looking to upgrade. These pedals are an absolute bargain. But there are going to be updates coming to these pedals very soon, so there may be a part 2 to this review. Simforge has made it clear that these pedals are in a constant motion of development. So where these pedals go in the future, I'm very excited to see. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this review. I hope you have enjoyed your time here, and I hope this review has been very insightful and maybe given you a little bit of help on what you want to buy next for your sim racing rig. If you have enjoyed this review, then please do consider leaving a like, and if you're new to this channel and want to see more reviews like this, as well as some other videos that we do on this channel, then hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next review. Have a good night, everybody.